peers,
right?
Still shoot these movies, go on road, do the autograph signings, and when kids come up to you, still got to give that energy.
Right.
Like, this man is a hero. He could have just said, bump it, you know, and like, forget all that, man, I'm about to die, you know. No. He wanted to go out the right way. So,
right.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Yeah, everybody talk about Wakanda forever. It is a real Wakanda forever.
Yeah.
Diddy, what's your take on it, man?
Man, my take on it, man, you know, my boy Ali just spoke on it. Y'all just spoke on it. You just think about the body of work that this man did. If you check out every piece of body of work, every project that he did, it was just straight A excellence. Period.
Right.
Point blank. Nothing about it. Just like Ali just said, to have that and to still give the energy he had. I seen a thing, interview he did one time. It was more than an interview. You had fans that was behind the curtain, and they talked about how the movie just really got to them. And Chad was behind the curtain, and they didn't know he was behind the curtain, and he walked out.
I saw that.
And they were able to meet him. That was epic, as far as I'm concerned. But the body of work. So really, and just like Ali said, this man is a superhero, as far as I'm concerned.
Right, for real life superhero,
yeah. And to have that type of energy, so all I got to say is, you know, when I hear a preacher say, hey, Chad, job well done, R.I.P.
Right. Just to piggyback on that, on some of the films that he did, of course we know about Black Panther. He was already in production of the next movie that was, you know, soon to come out. You know, it had a further date on it, but 21 Bridges, which was an excellent movie. Get On Up, 42. The
Five Bloods. That's what was coming.
The Five Bloods. He was in Captain America, the Avengers: Infinity War, Marshall when he played Thurgood Marshall. You know, I mean, a lot of these films towards the end of his life he did them with so much poise. He did it with so much grace and the strength that God gave him to be able to get that done and to make sure it was done. He left us with a body of work that we can watch and continue to watch for years to come, and our children can learn from this great man who walked this earth, and he walked with so much great integrity, and his character was just unmatched. They called him in Hollywood one of the people who was very private about his life, which there are some who really are. You think about Denzel Washington. You ever heard anything about him? No. Samuel Jackson? No. They keep their business to themselves because it's enough, you know, mess that's going on out there as it is. But again, shout out to his family, to his wife that he had just recently married. Nobody ever knew that he was married. They put that up to say, you know, he had a wife, and, you know, a lot of people don't really need all that publicity, you know, as it is. So, you know, cancer is one thing that will suck you dry from the inside out. You look good for so long before it, you know, it starts to deteriorate the body. We're going to move on to the next topic.
And I don't mean to cut you off, but y'all go to Netflix because he was filming something right now, but it's going to be coming on Netflix. It's called Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Right.
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. It'll be on Netflix, and it has Chadwick Boseman in it. So y'all definitely check it out coming up.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all check that out. We still have to support those who are black and black-owned businesses. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. This is MSN Podcast. We are making sure that you get the right news, entertainment that you need on a regular basis. Now, we're going to jump into the next story topic, presidential candidates.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Let's talk about it. Hey, 45 got to go, man.
I'm going last.
Hey, Diddy say he gonna go last? So, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, Diddy Coffee is not in studio with us right now. He is on the phone. It's just me, myself, and Antonio King Ali.
But why, Diddy? Can you tell him why you're not in the studio with us right now?
Well, again, you know, by what we're doing with MSN Podcast, again, we're here to enlighten you and everything. We are doing, this is our social distancing. I will be in studio, but right now we are doing social distancing that we need to be doing.
All right, just wanted people to understand why you're not here. You know, I know that we read across from each other, but our studio is a nice size, but we just want to minimize it a little bit.
Right.
So he's going to film for home for this particular episode, but we'll all be in the studio when we move into this bigger studio.
And it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
So we're going to move into the next story, presidential candidates. Who do you think is going to win? All right, so I'm going to start this thing off first, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it because it makes my head hurt. First of all, we have seen something happen that we probably never would have thought it happened. Well, actually, it happened before, starting with Ronald Reagan, who was an actor before he became president, who a lot of people didn't think he was fit to be president as he came onto the set, but he did a good job. Now, we're talking about Donald Trump, somebody who's a butthole, a womanizer. I guess you can most definitely say king of racism because before he got into office, even though when George Bush was in office, we never seen these types of things happen under his administration. We did not see it even with Obama. We didn't see it with President Jimmy Carter. We didn't see it with Bill Clinton. So there's something about Donald Trump that a lot of people like and a lot of people don't like. One of the things that I have a problem with is him not acknowledging people no matter what race they are. He does it to anybody. If he thinks that you're beneath him, you're beneath him. It doesn't even matter if you're white. But we definitely know that he incites those who do not like people of color. He does not speak up against the violence only unless it has something to do with him coming onto that camera, and he's been advised, regardless if he wants to do it or not, if he wants to win the White House. If you've watched any television show, any movie, you see that they have a lot of advisors that say, hey, you have to speak on this. If you want to win this election again, if you want to stay in the White House for another term, you need to speak on these things, whether you care about it or not. The people need to know exactly how you feel, if it's true or not. And that's something about when you go to vote for somebody, you don't really know their true intentions. The mouth can say anything, but as my grandmother would say, that action though, what you really put behind what you say and actually get behind what you say with real action to make things happen for the better, then we know that you were the right candidate. It's when you turn around and become, you use, like it's been said so many times, he's using the presidency as his live stream. What was the name of his show that he did?
Get Fired or something?
Whatever the name of that show. You know, he did it. It's like that's how he's running. He's running the country as a business. Now, I'm not going to lie. There are some things that he's done, and I'm not going to mention it. I just think that he's done to try to help the community, the country itself. But you cannot run this country as it has been like your failed businesses. If you look at the school he started, Donald Trump University, all the hotels that he has, there are a lot of things that have fallen because of his mindset and how he sees things. He doesn't see his demise. He does not see him as doing anything wrong. So he is being, as I always say, be your authentic self. He is being exactly that, his authentic self. He's living in his purpose and walking in it. Now, we may not like what God has given this man, but therefore he is who he is. So if you want to change anything, if you want something to happen, you're going to have to get out and vote. And for those who think that your vote doesn't count, please stop saying that. That is something you keep telling yourself because the enemy wants you to believe that your vote does count. But God's will and God's purpose for everybody's life is going to happen the way it needs to happen. So with that being said, Antonio, I'm going to let you go ahead and jump on this thing, man.
Well, first of all, who I think will win.
Oh, and I do think Joe Biden is going to win.
Yeah, I think Biden's going to win. I think Biden's going to win because he's doing a lot in the primary states right now. A lot of the red states he's getting control of. And I follow the CNN and all the stuff here and political stuff. So I feel like that he's doing good. Now when it comes to Donald Trump,
boo.
Yeah, boo to 45. But I feel like that Biden is going to win this race because he's really covering ground and people are really waking up. And then a lot of things are taking place right now. God are opening a lot of people's eyes right now. And it's like it's happening on purpose.
Right.
Like, so people can really see, like, Trump he know all the right stuff to touch on.
Right.
To get the certain type of voters that he's trying to get. And he take advantage of them. They don't even realize it. Like, but he definitely does. But I think Biden's going to win. So Biden for 46. I'm with it. What you think, Diddy?
Well, while Diddy's handling something right now. He's offline for a second. One of the things I did want to speak on, Kamala Harris, who is his running mate. I'm super proud to see a black person, not just a black woman, but a black person who is, again, going to be in the White House in power as Obama was. Now, there are several people who do not agree with Biden's vision for choosing Kamala Harris, but there are some other people who could have been a good choice. Right here in Florida, Val Demings.
Yeah.
Val Demings should have, and we who vote, we who love our own people, we try to make sure that we get the right people in there, but we have to make sure we change that perception and mindset. Now, before Diddy takes over, I just want to tell everybody, if you're not a registered voter, please go register to vote, because come November 3rd, nobody wants to hear your complaint about what should have happened, what didn't happen, and why that person win. They shouldn't have won. If you did not get out and vote, close your mouth. So, Diddy, go ahead and take us on with your thoughts on
who do you think going to win out of Biden and Trump?
Let me tell you something. Let me hit this right here. And it's to all the listeners out there, if you ain't gravitating to what I'm going to say right now, because somebody came to me one time when we talked some political stuff, and they were saying to me, Obama was the worst president. I said, let me tell you something. If you got a child, I'm going to use a daughter, and a man can say, I can go grab her crotch.
Wow.
And that won't happen. Let me tell you something. When this joker went into office, I said to myself, you know what? Well, he might not be the one, but he's a stomp businessman, and maybe he can turn this country around by him being a
I thought that too. No lie.
Here's the thing. Once he went to running his mouth and started tweeting like he was 12.
Oh, man. The tweets, man. The tweets.
Like a 12-year-old.
Like a child.
Situation.
Yep.
So from there, as far as I'm concerned, it just went downhill. Let's even go with the coronavirus. Now we're gonna talk about this at another point. I went through it. So let me tell you something. You got over 100,000 people, they're dead. That means these people's loved ones are gone because of this coronavirus. When you got somebody, our leaders who's supposed to be rallying the country together, not believing in some of the greatest scientific minds in the world, we got a problem.
A big one.
We got a problem. So for me, again, as my co-partners have just said, get out here and vote. And again, of course, some people gonna want this, some people gonna want that. Sometimes you gotta vote for the lesser of the two evils. Let's keep this 1,000. You done seen what 45 do.
Right.
He for himself. His family even saying he for himself.
Right.
That's family now. That's family. They ain't just you. That's family who don't wrote
They've
books.
been knowing the true him. They've been knowing it.
Yeah. They wrote books. So you see for yourself right now. I seen an interview the other day when one of the reporters was asking him about all the deaths in the country. This fool said it is what it is.
Wow.
And what I'm saying is, what if it was your grandmother? What if it was your brother? What if it was your uncle? What if it was your wife or your husband? It is what it is. As a leader, you ain't got nothing more compassion to say out your mouth.
Right.
Listen to me. Everybody out there, y'all better get out here and vote.
Yeah,
y'all
better get out and vote.
I'm telling you right now, Biden Harris. You better get out here and vote.
Yeah.
Better get out here and vote. Just look at what's going on, the plight of this country, and look at the leadership. Man, to me, the United States almost is a joke right now. This dude is like a comedian sitting in office.
Right.
Get out here and vote. Whoever you vote for, get out here and vote.
Yeah.
Bottom line, we really need to get out here and vote. I mean, I could be doing this for an hour.
But do you
understand some of the 4 and 5 other words?
But do you think Trump should so say for instance Trump so happened to win, we don't get out here and vote like we should do. Say he win, do he deserve another 4 years? And what do you think he can do in 4 years? What changes can he make?
No, he does not deserve another 4 years. My brother King Ali, let me tell you something. We get another 4 years of this. Oh man, we're in trouble. We are in deep trouble. When you got somebody that's not trying to even help reform the gun association, when you got somebody out here that you're seeing You seeing all the deaths going on with this coronavirus, and you ain't saying nothing. You're not saying nothing about Black Lives Matter. Here it is. A young man was shot 7 times in the back.
Right.
Overkill. Regardless of whether he gets sent out or whatever. 7 times, and you go to your RNC convention, and you don't say nothing.
Nothing.
You don't see the problem. What if it was your child? You don't see nothing and nothing wrong with a joker holding your T-shirt, firing off 7 rounds in your back. You know, back in the Western days, but you shoot a joker in the back, but you was hung on the gallows.
Right.
Well, 7 times? 7 times? Come on. We must get new leadership in office. Period. Point blank. ASAP.
Right.
But we do not need another 4 years.
No,
this.
Not at all.
We don't need it. Don't need it. I'm telling you, the country to me will. I pray to God that.
Well, before we move on to the next thing, I want to piggyback on that real quick. One, we have to be reminded all the time that this is one of the biggest elections of our lifetime, especially for us who are just now voting. For those who are 30 and under, this will be the biggest voting for your lifetime and your generation. So you have to get out there. And I want to piggyback on something Plies had said last week. It was like, if you got a problem with Kamala Harris because of how she dealt with criminals and putting people in prison, even sometimes for the smallest things, you think about the person at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue up there in the White House. Every 15 minutes, he do some dumb stuff. Every 15 minutes, and by the time we finish filming MSN podcasts, or by the time you finish pumping your gas or shopping for your food for your kids at home or getting ready to go to work, he gonna be done some more dumb stuff.
Yeah, he will.
So you have to be aligned for the best way to make things better. Because we can't take another 4 years of this craziness right now, because we already see what's going on. He's not dealing with the coronavirus. He's not dealing with the Black Lives Matter. He's not dealing with the racism. He's just letting everything be buck wild. So, but either way, everybody just get out and vote. And just remember, sometimes it really, to be honest with you, it's all about the money a lot of times with him. Because he's a person that wants power, and he wants to be recognized one too many times. So we're going to move on to our next topic right now. MSN Podcast, you are listening right now, and you're watching Diddy Coffee, Antonio Ali, and Caliboi Jones. MSN Podcast. And we're going to talk about sports.
But look, while you're on the sports, what about, since we was talking about, the politics, how they using the arenas for the voting polls?
Right. Now, here's another thing that when they came across the news about using the arenas, when you have a NBA team who says, I'm not going to step on this court because another innocent black man, regardless of what you say happened, he had no weapon. Now, you can assume that he was probably going for a gun. You can assume that he was probably finna get in the car and take off. But they decided they were not going to play because it still was excessive force. The NBA has decided that they're going to use every arena to make it possible for everybody to get out and vote. So this way you have no excuse to get out and vote. Everybody needs to get out and vote. You got the NBA arena. If you live in Florida, you already know. You have the Amway Arena. If you live in LA, you got the Staples Center. Wherever you live at, you can get out and vote. It is not going to be a problem. And what will be a problem is if you're not a registered voter. Make sure you go and register. So who do you think going to win the NBA Finals?
I'm rocking with Bron. What's up, Bron? I'm rocking with the Lakers. Let's go Lakers.
I'm not going to...
And don't get it twisted. Miami Heat is my favorite team. But, I'm a LeBron James fan. So what? I'm a LeBron James fan. So, right now in the finals, you got my Heat still, playing around a little bit in the playoffs. But I got the Lakers with Bron to win it.
I'm going to probably have to side with you on that one because I'm a Chicago Bulls fan and ain't really been seeing a whole lot of footwork when it comes to the Bulls. But I think I'm going to have to side with you on that one, that I'm going to have to go with L.A. One, I'm going with L.A. Because in honor of Kobe Bryant, we would love to have seen him play another year, and him, with his death in the beginning of 2020 just rocked this whole world, is crazy. The Blazers are out, so we know that's. I don't think the Blazers are going to ever have another chance to really get up there. Ain't no Clyde Drexler no more. Nope. You know what I'm saying? So,
and, R.I.P. to Cliff Robinson too.
Yeah,
Cliff Robinson. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
that just happened too. Former Portland Trail Blazer.
Yeah, that's. I mean, like 2020 has been one of the most craziest years that we have yet to see. Especially if you're living right now, if you've been living at least 40 years of your life, you can go back and trace what has been going on in history of what's been going on with people of color, what's been going on with finances, what's been going on with the house marketing. But, just to piggyback on it, the NBA is up and is down. This whole coronavirus has, left a lot of players that they don't want to play, but they want to get back out and give people a good performance, not just performing, but do the thing that they love and what they get paid to do.
Who you got to win it, Diddy?
I'm with y'all, man. I've been a Bulls fan for a long, especially it's like after Michael was playing, right? It was a drop far off his turn.
Right.
But I'm going with O'Brien too, man. I'm going with King. I got a pair of shoes on right now.
Well, there you got it. MSN going for the Lakers.
MSN podcast going for the Lakers. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you listening to the MSN podcast.
Motivate, strengthen,
and network, man. Make sure y'all drop y'all comments in the bottom. If you want to type in who you feel is going to win for the NBA Finals, man, y'all type that in the comment section. For all my live listeners right now, y'all type it in on the comment section. Who you think is going to win the NBA Finals? Who you got for the NBA Finals? And if your team is out, don't even put them in there. I'm just playing. Yeah, you can put your team in there that you thought was going to win.
How do you bubble?
Yeah. I was just finna get on that. Yeah. How do you feel about the bubble?
Yeah. What you think? Because they saying they in Orlando playing in the bubble. First of all,
right.
Disney World not in Orlando. It's in Kissimmee. Okay?
Right.
So really they ain't Kissimmee.
Yeah.
Not Orlando.
Right.
Yeah.
But we're going to leave that alone. For us the bubble, we was watching the game last night, Lakers and Portland. And before that, we was watching OKC versus the Rockets. Mm-hmm. Now, while watching the game, the kids was looking at the screen and they was like, is this real? It look animated, and it's just like, it's different. You got the people up on the screen who at home, and I feel like those season ticket holders, they probably just said, look, make you feel like you still there, get on it. But it just, I don't know, it's like saying welcome to the future or some crap.
Right.
It's different.
Yeah. With everything that's going on, it's pretty much a welcome to the future. Now, we got teams that are in right now, the Thunder and the Rockets, the Mavs and the Clippers, Jazz and Nuggets, Rockets and Thunder, the Clippers and Raptors, the Heat and the Bucks. So, these are the teams that are, still fighting, to get to this NBA championship right now. And one of the crazy things about it is we need to still have these things going on. Reason being is even though the coronavirus is out, and I tell everybody, even on my show, this is preparation time. Whatever it is that you need to be working on, you need to be working on it. Don't sit around and wait for something to be handed to you. If you can't stay in one spot, then you need to move and find a spot that you need to be in. You need to talk to God about it. You need to make sure that you do your homework. There's nothing under the sun that nobody hasn't done, but hasn't done the way you're doing it. Because however God blessed you with it, you might do it a whole lot better. But the thing is, you need to be prepping yourself for your books. Mr. Ali right here just wrote a children's illustrated book, Leah and Alana's
No Bully Zone.
No Bully Zone. So if you do not have a copy, make sure you get you a copy of Leah's and say it one more time.
Leah and Liana.
Liana, No Bully Zone. You can get your copy. Antonio King Ali, man. Y'all make sure y'all support this right here. This is volume 1 of short stories.
Yes.
To be honest with you, there are a lot of kids, and we're going to touch on that real quick, too, when it comes to bullying. I can say as a kid, I had a little bullying that came about me, but I also had people that were around me that didn't play that. Dealing with bullying, you have to be some type of person who just don't care about somebody else. And it may have come from the family that you were around or something that you watched and you felt because you were bigger, taller, maybe felt even stronger than somebody who was smaller than you. So you decided that you were going to bully somebody. Bullying is wrong. And we're going to get into this. Do you think the fans would attend an NFL, MLB, NBA, and even soccer? And how will they attend these games and keep safe?
Did he? What you think for the NFL season that's coming up? They gonna attend these games?
I honestly, I think people will. I think it's a different way to go about it now during the times that we're in. I mean, you know, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. It's simple as that.
Boo.
I used to be a Cowboys fan, so
they're gonna show up. But look at all the Cowboy haters. I understand. When you've been on top so long.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. But I'll tell you, man. I think I think people will show up. It's just got to be we got to be in a whole nother concerning situation as far as our social distancing and things
Right.
that are concerned, because this thing is real.
Right.
I don't know, man. It's still it's up in the air. It's out there. It's something I just want to see how they're going to work.
I want to see. I want to see how it's going to work, because you're talking about seating over 80,000 people in an arena to watch football. So you're talking about you're going to have to cut that in half in order to have social distancing. You're going to have to seat people every other seat or every other two seats, so that the ticket sales are going to go down, which means people are going to have to stay at home and watch from home.
Right. Exactly.
So I think that's going to.
I just think it's. I'm like you. It's different ways that I feel it could be done, but it's we got to see. We got to wait to see how they're going to handle that. That's going to be something else.
You got something on that before we close out on that one?
No. I mean, the NFL games, honestly, since the Kaepernick situation been going on, I haven't been toned into it. And I'm a former football coach.
Wow.
I played football. I got offered scholarships to play quarterback. And I wound up coaching Little League, and then wound up coaching semi-pro. I even coached arena football before. So I love football. I said all that because I love football.
Right.
But since that situation, I wasn't really following it anyway too much until they gave Kaepernick the respect he deserves.
Right.
So I really wasn't following it too much, and I'm a Jacksonville Jaguar fan. Win or lose, I'm going to go with the Jaguars. Yeah, just go Jaguars. But for us going to the game, I'm going to be real with you. I'm not attending, me or my family, not attending anything with a large crowd of people until we know that this is over with.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. Now, I'll say this. If the NFL did this, they made it to where, I mean, they got enough room for like 50,000 people in some of the stadiums.
Yeah,
There's usually 50,000 as a number. All right, and they make it to where you in this seat, but the other person 6 feet over in the however many seats that'll be. It says six seats over. And they make it instead of 50,000, 25,000 people to 10. Or 20,000 to 10 or something like that, and you got to get them tickets or you can't go.
Right.
And they make it the way everybody spread it out that way all the way around, and even skip a row, because if somebody coughed behind me or talking and shouting behind me.
Because the way is sitting at the diagonal going down.
Angle.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You got to give me some type of plan before I even thinking about it.
I think one of the things that they'll probably have to do is, like, when you have that, you're gonna need to have to have a shield behind you. You know, that's behind you. So if they do call, I mean, they putting shields up everywhere else. You go into the voting polls, they got a shield around you. Besides making sure that you're not looking at somebody else's answer, you most definitely can, protect yourself when it comes to coughing. I think that's something they should have had anyway, because you got idiots who are really goofy, and I hate to call them idiots, but you got some people that's really goofy, and they done had too much to drink, and when they're trying to skip down past your feet and they mess around and fall, all their beer or soda or food falls on you, and now you done got your whole nice outfit. And don't be out in the cold states that are having, oh my God. I got much respect for those fans who are out in the cold states. You know, MSN podcast say we love you, but Caliboi Jones will not be there. Okay, I'm sorry, I got to be up in the box. I will not be sitting down there with y'all. Before we're gonna move on to our last story in entertainment. Megan Thee Stallion comes out and names Tory Lanez as shooter.
What you thinking
Come on,
about, Tory?
Diddy. Come on, Diddy.
What is you thinking about?
Man, let me tell you. Here it is again where we got that whatever going on, that crab mentality. Why we, as my boy Rodney King said one time, why we just all can't
get along? Right.
This kind of stuff makes no sense. It is utterly ridiculous.
Right.
I hope that's not what happened. I mean, everybody's innocent until proven guilty.
Right.
But this is just totally ridiculous. Here you got two people up in the industry. You're making money. Why you out here? It's ridiculous. It's just totally ridiculous to me.
Right.
Totally ridiculous.
I try to figure that.
I hope that's not what happens.
Right.
I hope that something, when they make something wrong, something, whatever the situation is, but it's utterly, purely ridiculous. Right.
I try to make sense of that when it comes to any of the entertainers that's out here getting in trouble with the law. And you got to look at it like, they came from a situation where they were either selling drugs, they were robbing people, but they decided to change their lives, and it's kind of still stuck in them. And it's going to take, some time for them to get past that. But if they truly try their best to do that, better things can happen. What do you think about artists not getting booked for shows during this virus? Do you think some of them will be able to have some type of impact before the virus, or fans being able to follow them or still following them?
Well, to me, man, and if you have some type of swagger about yourself and you got some ingenuity about yourself, you can make it. First of all, number one, the money that has been made from record sales or concert venues that you were doing before that was going on, hopefully you were smart enough not to sit up here and go buy all this freaking jewelry from Jacob the Jeweler and save some of your freaking money. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't get why you go buy a necklace for $50,000 knowing you ain't making but XYZ.
Right.
People, like I said, don't understand a lot of with the models and the cars in these videos. They don't belong to the artist.
Right. It's rented.
Yeah. It's rented to give that image. And so if you're an artist out there and you got a hot record, boom, 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 especially you got a messed up contract. Okay, bottom line, you know what kind of money coming in for you.
Right.
So, to me, you really better do your money right. I've done things. Me and my brother Antonio King Ali, we dealt with certain artists. I'm telling you, man, I know some artists right now that you could swear they filthy rich, but they actually working. They working somewhere. They working somewhere. I'm not gonna throw no names at them. They actually working somewhere. They still able to do their concerts, but a lot of these artists, man, took their money when they were at the height of their careers. And you bought these 20-bedroom houses. What you need 20 bedrooms for? Bought these 20-bedroom houses. They go out and buy a Bugatti when you know you ain't got Bugatti money. Just get repossessed. Rolls Royce. It's you must do your money right. That's something else. MSN podcast. In the future we're gonna teach some of y'all up and coming artists how to really be artists. Manage your money right. We're gonna do a seminar. It'll be next year at some point. But I want y'all to get ready for it. Y'all up and coming artists. Y'all get ready. We got something for you.
Right.
But man, during this pandemic, I know some celebrity artists. They've done some virtual situations and it's worked out for them. But if you're an artist out here and you know who you are, you're making a certain amount of money that you were making before this pandemic, you better make sure you're keeping your money right.
Yeah.
And keep the right team around you so ain't nobody tripping. You look at Hammer. How Hammer had all this money, but he paid boom, 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 boom. Then all of a sudden, boom. You got to file bankruptcy.
Yeah.
That's because you ain't doing your money right.
Not doing your money right.
There's a lot of artists. There's a lot of my here that I know who had gold records and they dead broke right now.
Right. Now
so you must do your money right.
Yeah. One of the most important things that I think even Jay-Z came up with the idea when he got into the NBA with buying teams or ownership, and even Diddy. You have these guys, these young guys that come into the entertainment, whether it's music, movies, or whatever, and sports,
right?
And they're not used to. Nobody's really used to having money like that, especially coming from that type of background. So, with you not having that type of background and knowing how to have somebody say we're going to sign you to a $40 million deal, The first thing that they need to have is somebody to help them calculate the money that they're going to have to spend, what money they're going to put away, money that they're going to have for family and friends or whatever it is. They need to have somebody help them control the money so they don't ball out of control. Oh, I got a $40 million contract. They just gave me $5 million up front, and you got $5 million, and before you know it, before the end of your whole season, you've already spent $5 million.
Right.
And you spent it on things that you don't need to spend it on. And I understand if you didn't have a house, if you didn't have nice cars, if you didn't have the nice clothes, you want to go and get some of that. But do you really need a whole bedroom full of shoes and clothes that are going to have the tag on it 6 months later?
Right.
And you got to remember, too, you eat, you lose weight. So all those clothes that you done bought and spent money on, they might not fit anymore. So, these young guys that are coming into the NBA, they need guidance. They need somebody to help them to spend their money right. Put your money up, buy real estate. If you put your money in and helping to help kids get into college or whatever it is that you're going to use it for, you need to make sure you have somebody to help you. And that's a great thing to have. 2021, we're going to put that out there. 2021 MSN podcast will conduct a meeting to where we can help those who are artists. If you are an entrepreneur, any type, and learning how to put your money in the right place so that you're not wasting the gifts and talents on top of the money that God has blessed you with.
Right, man. Like I said, and I think it's on Netflix. Kevin Hart has a documentary, and you look at LeBron James. Between Kevin Hart and LeBron James, those dudes to me, man, they picked their right team, friends that they had from a long time ago. They ain't got no new friends. But if you watch these two guys, how they conduct their business with their friends, man, it's great. Same thing that MSN is doing right now with Caliboi, Diddy, and Ali. You got to have a team. Now, yeah, you agree to disagree, but you got to have a team to know what's going on. And since we, especially on a lot of this entertainment thing, right, we want to touch on this. I don't know if y'all heard, and I'm pretty sure you have, Tim from Sweetie Pies. Did y'all hear about the situation where he possibly paid somebody to have his nephew executed?
Yeah.
I mean, it's and I've been kind of trying to research as much as I can. Because you stuff come all out on TNT and this blah blah blah. You kind of like, oh man, it might not be true. It ain't looking good. That's the best way I'm saying it right now. It ain't looking good. I mean, it's devastating. And there's a lot of things that went on behind the scenes on that show that we didn't know about. I had no idea. Tim's he didn't get married, but the chick he had the baby from. Now they're saying he was very like a wife beater, what we have used, so things of that nature. And so it's things coming out. It's like, man, whoa. So it's crazy. Again, innocent until proven guilty. But I will say it ain't looking good on the situation from the charges I've been kind of researching.
Right.
The situation with his nephew.
Yeah. Right.
It doesn't look good. And that's a shame. And that's, again, what I'm going back to as far as whether it's family, friends, picking the right people.
Evaluate. And I said all the time, evaluate your circle. You got to have, I got it from a deal from Tyler Perry. You need at least 3 good, strong people that are like roots in your life. And I say that because you go back to when we were speaking about Chadwick Boseman. Nobody knew what was going on with him personally. And they were picking at him, making fun at him, all these type of things. And then soon as it hit the airways that he died and what he died from, they were choked up. Because you don't know what somebody's going through, why they lost weight, why they lost their job, why they getting a divorce, why they unhappy, why they walking like this, why they got to walk and catch the bus. You don't know somebody else's story. So to watch yourself with the people that you're around, to have the right circle and the people around you is so important, because none of that information got out.
Right.
And he made sure the people that he was around, that he entrusted with his information while he was shooting these movies, that it didn't come out until the end. So this way now, you can ask questions, but you're not going to get no answers.
Right.
You leave everybody on stuck. That type of loyalty is what you need when you're becoming an entrepreneur. That type of loyalty you need when you have a wife or your kids. You need that with your family. Everybody doesn't need to know your business. You know what I'm saying? And what's hard for us being in entertainment is that we have people that are around us that have ulterior motives. And they want to be a part of what you're doing, and then next thing you know, oh man, you heard about Caliboi? Him and Antonio had an argument. They talking about they're gonna kill each other. That kind of stuff can't be tolerated.
Exactly.
Those people that you have in your circle, they gotta be like the roots of an oak tree that goes so far down in the earth that what they bring up, they're gonna correct you when you're wrong. They're gonna pray with you. They're gonna tell you when you're right. They're gonna tell you what you need to stay away from, and they're gonna just sit there and be for you. Not for the people and they're gonna watch the snakes that's trying to come around you, that's trying to get at you, whether it's about money, whether it's about soliciting sex or whatever it is. They're gonna be the ones that have that shield up to make sure that what you're working on, what God has called you to be, that they're not gonna allow somebody else to come in and try to take that from you. And they're not there for money. They're not there to try to be seen. That's part of the friendship and the bond that you have. They're there to help protect you, to keep you from getting in trouble. And you need those kind of people in your life. And it ain't always going to be your family. Exactly. It's not going to always be your family. God started with the family. But right now today, we can see something. A lot of times, it comes from people that you don't know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The support that you get come from people that you don't know. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, you're rocking with the best MSCN podcast. Motivate.
And network.
Well, we're still working on this. We're gonna get it. Y'all in here. It's gonna ride real quick, but
I want to touch on that real quick. For as the artists not getting booked for shows during the virus, and do we think some of them will be able, to still have the same impact on fans as they did before this went down? Me personally, being a former artist myself, and being out on the road, being on tour, working with various promoters, working with various venues. And different record labels and all this type of stuff. Me having an insight on the music industry, I honestly feel if you want to do it from 100%, that 80% of the artists that was out before January will not be there this January 2021. They'll still be around, but they won't have the same impact that they had in January of 2020. And the reason why I feel that way is, the times change.
Right.
Music changes.
Right.
It goes with whatever's going on. And while this stuff is going on, artists able to, interact with the fans as these changes taking place.
Right.
Now they're only able to interact online. And what what Diddy and I found out, because shots out to Cinema and Events, our media sponsor, but found out when we was doing Cinema and Events, which is a live platform where you can go on, if you're an artist or whatever you do, rap, sing, whatever. You can go on this platform, or say you got a movie that you shot, you got a sitcom or whatever it is that you have. You can go on this platform and air your content and get paid to air your content. It's like if somebody want to do a live concert, they can set up on this platform, film this live concert, and people can, just like pay-per-view, they can click on watch live, and they can pay to watch this show live, like a live concert.
Right.
It's also on the pay-per-view platform. So if you're on Cinema and Events platform, at any time Cinema and Events can target you to the pay-per-view platform to make people pay to view your content. Well, long story short, I found out during this time getting clients and people for this platform that a lot of them didn't even know how to go live. A lot of them didn't understand that they can make money from streaming, from putting content up. And these are artists who's out there, big artists, and they don't even know that they can go live right now and get paid for being live and get a royalty check.
But a lot of that comes from having other people do the work for you.
Yes.
So when you have somebody who does all the work for you, everybody's doing something for you, whether it's getting your clothes ready, getting your food ready, telling you where you need to be at this time and that time, and you don't have anything in your phone or a piece of paper in front of you to say, hey, this is what we have going on for today. Yes. In the next 4 hours, this is what we're working on. This is where you need to be at. Of course, you're going to be illiterate to, I can go live?
Yeah.
Oh, my fans can still keep up with me? Oh, wait, show me how to do that. They don't ask.
Yeah.
But you have some, and I'm not say all of them do it. Some of them do know how to do it, but they have a smartphone and they become dinosaurs. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know how to do that. Mm-hmm. I never forget walking into a phone company and say, "Listen, you got a new phone? Get lost in your phone. Get lost in your phone, so that instead of you having to ask somebody how to do something, you figure it out yourself." Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
While we're on the phone, shouts out to BCD Mobile, Boss City Depot. Go to bosscitydepot.com. If you need a phone, an iPhone, you need a repair, whatever it is you need, go to our website, and you can go on the website and purchase a phone. They'll ship it to you. Visit one of the 3 stores, 2 in Jacksonville and 1 in Daytona Beach, Florida. Boss City Depot, BCD Mobile, shouts out.
Hey, and big shouts out to all the fans and supporters of Caliboi Jones, the 407 Show Live, all those who are watching live right now. I appreciate every last one of y'all. And shouts out to Antonio King Ali for putting your boy on right now, because honestly, I have been doing it for myself for a while, and it's good to work with other people. And then I get hooked up with Diddy Coffee. Man, listen, I'm telling y'all, right now, Diddy is on the phone because he's in Jacksonville right now. But understand, all 3 of us will be in the building filming this live stream for everybody to watch, so that y'all can see the interaction. Y'all get the entertainment, you get the news, you get to find out how you can be on MSN Podcast and put your business, your materials. If you're selling anything, you can get on here and have that set up for you. It's fun. It's amazing. And God is good. So, and make sure y'all check me out, man. I got new shirts out. I'm telling you, everything that God has for you is for you. It's for nobody else but you. So if you want to get you a shirt, y'all holler at PK T-shirts and more on Instagram. Put your order in. Diddy, you got something you want to get before we close out?
And the shout-outs, Diddy, before we leave.
Yes, sir. First of all, again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in to MSN Podcast. Again, a lot of things are going to be going on. I'm telling y'all, get ready for seminars. Y'all get ready for a little bit of everything. TV, radio. Get ready. All you up-and-coming artists, you up-and-coming entrepreneurs. Here you have 3 kings that are going to enlighten you on how to navigate some of your careers. But you got to check us out. You got to listen in. You got to chime in. If you want to be on the show, give us a shout out. We have movies getting ready to come out directed by King Ali. Y'all get ready. This is something that has culminated something really special. Like my boy Caliboi says, see, God has a plan, and some kind of way he planned, and all 3 of us got together. Mm-hmm. 3 wise minds have gotten together, and I want y'all to get ready. MSN, we're here to again motivate, strengthen, and network, and that's what it's all about. Here you won't find the crab mentality. Understand me, 100. It's not happening. We are here to enlighten and help each other and help you. So please, please, please check us out. We finna tear the roof off the podcast situation. Yes, now, y'all get ready. I'm telling you now, we finna hit some TV and we hit some radio. So y'all get ready. This your boy Diddy Coffee, the entertainment mogul. Get ready. Brace yourself for MSN.
And I'm the host with the most, the one with the voice, Caliboi Jones. Thank y'all for tuning in to MSN Podcast. Antonio Cali and Diddy, man, this is our first episode right now, and again, we will have something coming up each and every Monday. We're going to have something for you at 8 o'clock on Cinema Events on Facebook. You can catch us there, or you can follow each one of us on Instagram. Diddy Coffee on Instagram, Antonio King Ali on Instagram, and of course, me, Caliboi Jones on Instagram. This is something that is going to be a regular thing for you, so y'all get used to it, get ready for it, so you can sit down and catch it. Hey, like, comment, and share. If you got a business, you want to get on here, you want to tell your business, you want to be on MSN Podcast, y'all let us know, y'all hit us up, and we'll make sure we get y'all in there.
Hey, shouts out to all the sponsors. I know we shouts out BCD Mobile already, but shouts out to AT&T, AT&T Easy Connects. AT&T by Easy Connects, that's one of our sponsors. MSN Cinema, also Hot Coffee Management.
Yes, sir.
Shouts out to Caliboi Jones. You can catch him on the 407 Show Live. Also check that out as well. Shouts out to TDH Christian Academy, one of our sponsors. Shouts out to Leah and Liana's World. Hey, if you don't have this book, and like Callie said earlier, I wrote this book. I illustrated this book. And illustrating meaning that I designed it and did all the artwork. So this is my first book, but first of 10 that's coming out shortly. We got a 10 book deal. We got 10 ISBNs. One of them has been used. But we got 9 more to go. So just keep your eyes open. Antonio King Ali, writer, director, graphic artist, all that good stuff. But y'all definitely keep a look out for MSN Podcast. We're going to have Diddy in the studio coming up on the next episode. This is our first episode. So thank y'all for y'all support. And we will be back, and it's going to be nice, a different set. This is our first one. We wanted to just do a book promo, just a little PR for the book.
Yeah.
So that's why y'all seeing all this stuff and what y'all seeing now. But just to keep in your brain, this is not the actual set of MSN Podcast. Just a little promo we're doing for the first set. And not having Diddy in set today, we still want to move forward. But thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank y'all so much. Appreciate y'all, every last one of y'all. And with that being said, as
quick shout out to Avon.
yeah,
yes, shouts out to Avon.
Shouts out to Avon. And with all hearts and minds are cleared, I love y'all. We love y'all. And as long as you have faith, commitment, and love, anything is possible. Y'all take care of yourself, take care of each other. And like, comment, and share. We'll holler at y'all next time on MSN Podcast. Motivate.
MSN.
Motivate.
Strengthen.
Network.
That's right.
He's not in the studio, but we can.
We'll catch you, y'all. Holler at y'all later, man. We out.
Blessings.